So, afternoon, everybody. Uh, Super Bowl Sunday, and I love football. I mean, I love it with a passion. I love it all over sports because it's not like basketball, it's not like baseball, it's not like hockey. With the playoffs in football, you win or you go home. These other sports franchises, they have 7 games, 5 games to decide if they're gonna be the champion or not, or move on. I think that's why football is the number one sport. What if we, and it made me think, what if we decided to make politics kind of like that? For example, you have two candidates, right? And one is going to sign a contract and say, I'm going to give you Medicare for all, I'm going to give you free college, I'm going to give you all these things. And the other candidate is like, well, I promise I'm going to give you those things. I promise you, but not going to sign the contract. So you have these two candidates, right? And you go out and vote, and let's say the candidate that signed the contract and gave you all that stuff, then maybe there should be voter accountability. So the other side, guess what? For the next 4 years, they don't get Medicare for all. They don't get free college. They don't get no property taxes, no state tax. I mean, it would make people actually invest time to look into the candidates instead of voting emotionally or voting angrily. They would be like, oh, I better go this. Because here's the thing. Let's say they hate one candidate for, well, they don't believe in the Wall Street Tax Speculation Act. They're like, I don't believe in it. But wait, you have kids. Don't you believe in free college? Well, I'm going to vote for the other person. Okay, you vote for the other person and they lose. You get nothing. Now, just like the Super Bowl, if you lose, you have another year and, you get more players in, you change the office around, whatever it may be, to try to win next year in the Super Bowl. Well, same thing with elections. If the voters lose and your candidate loses, you don't get anything. And then you say, well, okay, maybe I should look at the candidate that I didn't vote for next year so I can get Medicare for all, so I can get the VA benefits, so I can get all this stuff. I mean, we don't want to say, I don't like the word voter shaming. That's not the correct word, but there needs to be consequences to your vote, you know? It is just a thought, because it's the Super Bowl today. And like I said, it's win or go home. So maybe should be the same thing with politics. You win, you go home. You got another 4 years to decide if, paying property taxes was worth it, or going without Medicare was worth it, voting for the other person. Because I guarantee you, I'm the only one in the race that's going to sign a contract with you, putting my money where the mouth is. Ask Amy Klobuchar. Ask any of these other candidates. Even ask these congressional candidates. Are they willing to sign a contract? Are they willing to put their money where their mouth is? Because I guarantee you, if they're not willing to sign a contract, then everything comes out of their mouth is a goddamn lie. Okay? And if you can hear that in the background, that's Thor agreeing with me, my Siberian Husky. Any, I know Thor. Hold on, buddy. So listen, everybody have a awesome night. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Again, I've said earlier before, I'm a Sam Darnold fan, so I hope that he kicks ass tonight and wins himself a Super Bowl. And, maybe Minnesota will look back and think, yeah, we made a goddamn mistake. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you vote for anybody else but me, you're making a goddamn mistake. All right? Because I'm the only one willing to fight for you and die if necessary, because I guarantee you, giving you all the things, no property tax, no federal tax, no state tax, Medicare for all, free college, the gambit, right? There's definitely going to be a target on my back. But I'm okay with that. Like I said, I'm a nobody, right? Anyways, I got to get going. Got a Super Bowl party to get to. Enjoy the game, everybody, okay?